Guys, this is a consequential moment in American history. This is literally history in the making. A sitting US president visits Beijing for the first time in 9 years. The Chinese diplomats are not even treating this like a regular visit at all. All of China looks extremely happy to see President Trump, and this is something I never expected to see. This is the most powerful business delegation ever assembled. We've got Elon Musk, Tim Cook, Jensen Huang, Larry Fink, Steven Schwarman, David Solomon, Jane Fraser, Kelly Orberg, Larry Culp, Cristiano Amon, some of the most powerful people, biggest CEOs of the biggest companies in the entire world are all with Trump in Beijing meeting today. What's funny about this is Beijing announced that President Trump will be coming 2 days before he even came. So it seems they are a bit excited about this. Take a look at how excited the Chinese people are. China seems to be excited that President Trump is there. Even their citizens who don't have anything to do with the government looked excited. They were there cheering and chanting, and people were all in the street lined up to see him. This is kind of surprising to me, considering how much President Trump has talked about China, especially with COVID and all that, calling it the Chinese virus and things like that. But also, Dr. Fauci, if you haven't seen, he's in court right now because he was covering up the fact that COVID did come from a lab in China. So Trump calling it that this whole time, he was actually right.
Public health policy would have been very different had the American public been made aware that a virus from a lab in China was going to serve as the foundation for an emergency use authorization mRNA products being mandated by the former administration. Dr. Fauci's role in the cover-up was intentional. Dr. Fauci influenced the analytical process and findings by leveraging his position to ensure the IC consulted with a conflicted list of curated subject matter experts, public health officials, and scientists. This included some of the authors of the paper, The Proximal Origin of SARS-CoV-2, and other public health experts who have been in his orbit for the last 20 plus years.
Maybe the Chinese officials are trying to make some type of amends with Trump for the COVID or for who knows what. But I think that it's a great thing to have two of the most powerful countries in the world, probably the most powerful countries in the world, the top two, continuing to do business together, strengthening the relationship. 20% of all the oil in the world goes through the Strait of Hormuz. 40 to 50% of China's oil also goes through the Strait of Hormuz. That is why what President Trump is doing in Iran is vital to the entire world and not just America. The price of oil is up. If we can get this Strait of Hormuz to stay open and the drama to calm down in Iran, the whole world's economy will be happier for it. And I think that's why China and the US are looking like they're trying to help each other out in this situation. Since the US now controls the Strait of Hormuz, they could literally cut off China's oil supply if they wanted to. But on the other hand, this could give China a reason to move on Taiwan, where all the chips are made. So both sides have interests at risk, and I think it's a good thing that they're discussing them with all the most powerful people in the world there as well. Clearly, the U.S. is not playing about this straight, and it impacts the entire world's economy as well. So I think that Iran's going to have to eventually bend the knee to Trump, but we will see. They clearly don't go down easily. But I think that's what's leading to Trump going to China, because obviously the price of oil that passes through the Strait of Hormuz affects everyone. So I think China wants a deal done and America wants the deal done. So if the two strongest countries want a deal done, a deal should be done. All right, these are the CEOs that are going with President Trump to China. We got the CEO of Apple, BlackRock, Boeing, Visa, MasterCard, Goldman Sachs. I mean, we got heavy hitters going, guys. They're trying to get a business deal done. This is clearly a business move. But that's why we elected a businessman for our president. Imagine Kamala going over there and trying to do this. I saw a funny clip of the difference between President Obama going to China and Trump. Check it out. It looks a little bit different. It looks like China's a bit happier for Trump. That's just my take on it, though. So it looks like the U.S. has most of the leverage in this deal with China, because China really needs the Strait of Hormuz to be fully opened. Half of their oil is coming from there, and the price of oil affects everything. So America came to do a deal, and I think, once again, I think that this is a good thing. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.